Hellboy, the Crooked Man. We're going to review this movie using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. I liked this movie. Obviously, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army is a 10 out of 10 super masterpiece. And I love every second of that movie. And I've seen it a bunch of times. And it's just an amazing film for fantasy lovers, for Hellboy enthusiasts, anybody. I really like Hellboy. I have many of the trade paperbacks. I never got a lot of the single issues. I got a lot of the trade paperbacks of Hellboy. I love Abe Sapien. Johann Kraus is great too, especially, you know, and I love the BPRD, all that stuff. I own all of the movies, including the animated ones, including Screw On Head and anything related. So Hellboy is great. I've got some figures. I've got a Hellboy figure. I've got Abe Sapien figure. I've got Johann Kraus figure. So I love the Hellboy universe. And I wasn't sure what to make of this movie. The last movie with David Harbour, I thought it was okay. I didn't really love it. Mila Jovovich is in it. She's one of my top favorites of all time. But I just felt that it was, I don't know. I don't know if it didn't really know what it wanted to be. This kind of knew what it wanted to be. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5 out of 2. This Crooked Man thing was pretty neat. This is a horror. Back to horror. Think Evil Dead. There's no stupid crap going on. There's no silly dialogue or cheeseball things going on or whatever. Hellboy, it starts out with them on a mission to bring this artifact back to the BPRD, I'm assuming. And it escapes. It's like this spider creature thing. It escapes and it causes havoc and the train crashes. And Hellboy and this girl, one of his handlers, I guess, they end up in this like really small it's like little cabins. It's like a small dinky little place. And there's some evil going on there and they end up getting involved in this Crooked Man story. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I don't know. It's not like an epic story. It's really small. It's like micro. Like, it's most of the entire movie really almost takes place in like 2 locations. It's just like a couple of cabins and like the forest, and that's it. I'm serious when I'm telling you Evil Dead. That's when I'm serious. It's like Evil Dead. But the seriousness of it and just sort of like the darker tone of it, I thought it was really cool. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. Again, the story, it's not like the Crooked Man, he's a bad guy, he's collecting souls. Like, this isn't anything new. Really, the storyline's a 1. But I think they did it really well. I'm going to give it a 1.5. For the story, I liked it. The pacing, I'm also going to give it a 1.5. It's 100 minutes. It does play slowly, though. I wasn't really bored, but I feel this really should have been like maybe like, 87 minutes or something. It was 99 minutes. I think they could have easily shaved off like 10 minutes, I think, and really, maybe tightened it up a little bit. But again, I'm really nitpicking here. It is a slower movie, but again, it's a smaller one. It's more focused on kind of delivering creepiness and atmosphere, which we're going to get into the artistry of it in a sec. Well, may as well get into the artistry of it. I'm going to give the artistry a 1.5 as well. Everything looks good. The atmosphere is really nice. I can't give it a full 2 out of 2. The reason is that there is some, of course, CGI use, and it is, more obvious than others. I'm not saying the CGI is bad, but it is a bit more like, oh yeah, that's CGI, right? But the music is really good. Just like the look of it is good. It's like very musty. It reminds me, like, if you've ever seen Black Death with Sean Bean, that's another good one. Even Solomon Kane, which is a cool movie too. It's in that kind of realm, like a bit more serious. Look, it's got a story to tell. It's not going to outstay its welcome. I thought it was really good. For the characters, I think I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2 because I genuinely liked everybody. Like, Hellboy was great. Now, this is the actor that played Black Tom Cassidy in Deadpool 2, and he's great. His name is Jack Casey. I thought he was great. It's impossible to beat Ron Perlman, probably in most people's eyes, and especially in my eyes. when I saw Ron Perlman in that first film realized as Hellboy, and I just like, wow, you know, this guy's amazing. Ron Perlman's a great actor anyways, and he was great as Hellboy, and he's like sort of your perfect Hellboy. It's a shame that we never got a trilogy from Guillermo del Toro. That actually would have been one of the best trilogies for me, maybe of all time. Like that would have been up there with your Lord of the Rings and your, well, I mean, it's not better than Lord of the Rings, but it would have been up there with the Indiana Joneses before that turned to shit, Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, and before that turned to shit. But unfortunate, it didn't. Or Blade would have been great to have another third Blade movie as well. But anyway, whatever. But David Harbour, who played him in the last one, 2019, I think, it sounds like he was okay. I don't know. That movie was just weird. I'm gonna rewatch that again with fresh eyes. But yeah, and then the girl who's with him, she was really good. She wasn't there to try to be pretty or funny, and it's just like she's just an agent, and she gets the job done. Like that's it. The Crooked Man was wicked. He was creepy, and he's a little bastard, and he's got magic and stuff, and you just want to punch the crap out of him because he's a little punk. His girl, he has like this girl, this like witch woman. She was great, and she's always like taunting everybody. You're just like, oh, I want to punch her in the face too. Great, which is great. Like I'm saying, they're doing a good job because you want to not like them. You want to see them defeated. There's a character that's with Hellboy, who's a local guy, and this stuff's happening to him, and he's sort of like the main character. I mean, Hellboy is the main character, but the story is coming through this guy. I thought he was pretty good too. I liked him also. I don't know. I'm a bit shocked. You know, this movie kind of got a bum rap, and people aren't watching it. They're kind of dismissing this, and I thought it was pretty damn good. I'm going to give the enjoyment factor a 1.5. I'm giving this 8 out of 10. Yo, don't sleep on this one. I thought it was pretty neat. Again, you know what pisses me off? And says, is it better than Hellboy 2? No. What do you mean, is it better than Hellboy 2? Like, I would put Hellboy 2 amongst one of the best comic book movies ever for me. Like, with Spider-Man 2 and, like, Batman 89 and, like, it's not nearly up. It's not up there with Superman. Careful. But it's definitely up there, like with your 300s and even your Watchmen's and this kind of a thing. So yeah, this isn't better than Hellboy 2. Is it better than Hellboy 1? No, right? But that's another great movie too. But this was really cool. It's a lower budget movie, 20 million bucks. They did a lot with it, and I like this movie. I think you should give it a shot. Again, remember what you're watching. It's atmospheric, it's horror, it's very low key. There's not going to be big armies of robots or anything crazy like that, right? It's going to be like zombies, spookiness, a couple of jump scares. None for me because I've watched too many horror movies. So think of it more like an Evil Dead kind of a movie with Hellboy in the mix, and I think you might enjoy it a bit more that way. That's it, everybody. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and consider subscribing. Until next time.